Welcome students. In this video, we will be doing the recursive implementation of insertion in binary search tree. Already we have done the iterative approach of insertion in binary search tree. Now we will do the recursive approach of it. So already you can see here the iterative approach. You take the address of the root node and then an element that you want to insert, and you're checking, suppose if the root node is equal to null, then that is the root node. So you create a new node and return the address of it to the main function, where you will be receiving it and storing it in the root pointer. If it is not, then what you have to do, you have to keep on checking whether the data that you're trying to insert is greater than root of data, and also when it is greater than root of data, you also have to check whether, because if it is greater than root of data, you need to move to right side. You have to move to right side, and that right pointer, if it is not equal to null, then it's fine, you can move to root of right. But only x is greater than root of data and root of right, if it is equal to null, then we will create a new node and the address we will place it in root of right. So when root of right is equal to null, then you create a new node, place it in root of right, and you just simply break the process. Okay, so same thing you have to apply for the root. Suppose if x is the data that you want to insert is less than root of data, then you need to check whether root of left is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, you can move. If it is not, if it is equal to null, then you create a new node and place it in root of left. This is what the process that we have done here in the iterative approach. But now we are going to do here, we are going to change it into a recursive approach. I'll say struct, the return type is going to be struct node star. There's no change in that. And the function, let me take it as r insert node. Okay, r insert node, which is recursive insert node, and it is going to take two parameter. One is the address of the root node, struct node star root, and the second one is going to be integer x, the data that we wanted to insert. Okay, so these are this is going to be the signature of the recursive function that we are going to implement now. Okay, so the very first condition that I'm going to check here is if root is equal to null. Okay, that's a very important condition because that is related to the root node. Suppose if the total binary the total trees, if it is empty, then root will be definitely null. Okay, suppose if root is equal to null, I will return by creating a new node and inserting a data x. So create a new node, insert data x, and return it. That's it. If root is equal to null. Else if suppose if x is greater than root of data, if x is greater than root of data, you need to move to right side. You need to move to right side. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place root of right is equal to, I will do a recursive call. I will call the same function r insert node by passing the address of root of right, because the same recursive call I'm doing, but instead of root I'm passing root of right, which means hereafter whatever is the right node will become the new root and the data is going to be same. Suppose you can ask me, if my root of right is null, what you will do? Suppose if you are recursively calling root of right and root, if it is becoming null, this root equal to null condition will be true, and it will return a new node. It will create a new node, and the address it will return, that address you will receive here, and you will store it in root of right. Am I right? Or this is what we have done there iteratively. So in root of right, if it is null, when you're calling this root of right function, when it is null, then in the present root of right, you will create a new node. That new node will be written here, and that new node address will be stored here in root of right. And then finally, one more, like this is, okay, 1 minute. Coming here to the next else if. Else if, the next condition that I will check is, suppose if x is less than. If suppose x is less than root of data, x is less than root of data, then I need to move to left side So what we have to do, root of left is equal to, I will make a recursive call or insert node of root of left, comma, the next one is the data x. So what will happen if your root of left becomes null? When your root of left becomes null recursively, it will create a new node and it will return it. That returning new node address, you will place it in the root of left. And finally, after doing both these things, finally I will return root. This returning root is very, very, very important. Okay, but to understand this, why we are giving this return root, I will just first of all take this. We will take this, we'll take this recursive code and we will trace line by line how the recursion is going to work for that tree structure. Now here we have taken the same recursive code as well as we have taken the simultaneous tree structure. Okay, and also we have taken a stack. This is only stack. Okay, main memory stack one. So first of all, what will be the initial call? What will be the initial call? Initial call is in the main function. From the main function, you should have called root is equal to, in the main function, root is equal to, you will be calling this function insert node. You will be calling this function insert node and you will be passing the root address, which is by default null. Initially it is equal to null. So root insert node of root comma, what is the next data you will be entering initially 89. That's the root data. Okay, we'll see the same thing here in the editor. Is it? Yes, root is equal to insert node of root comma 89. Root comma 89. Okay, we will check. Now coming here, okay, see one. See coming here, what we have to do is what we'll check. What will happen whenever this insert, whenever a function is called, activation record will be created in your stack. So you create an activation record in the stack, inside which you will require two memory block. One is for root, the other one is for x. So take two memory blocks in this activation area, where one memory block is for root, the other memory block is for x. So this one is for root and this one is for x. Okay, fine. Initially, what is the root that you have, what you're calling? For example, we will take an address for every node that we are creating. For example, this is 100, this is 200, this is 300, node having address 300. 56 is a node having address 400. 93 is going to have 500. 120 will be having 600. Then 34 will be having 700 and 80 will be having 800. That's it. Now initially we will send the address of the root node, but initially it is actually equal to null. It is equal to null. Initially root node is equal to null. So we will be sending null. You can see it here very clearly. That initially root is equal to null. That root only we are sending. And what is the data that we are sending? The data that we are sending is 89. So after taking this data, we will enter inside. What's the first condition? If root equal to null. Yes, root is equal to null. Condition true. I will enter inside. And what we have here, return a new node we are creating. So the new node function will create a new node, and that address of the new node it will return that address only. So you create a node 89, a node with address 100, and you return 89, and that address 100 will be written. So that address 100 will be written, and in the main function the root will be now equal to 100. It will be taking the address 100. Okay, so this insert node of root comma 89 have created a new node having address 100, and that address 100 is written here, and now root is taking the address 100. Okay, fine. Now after complete, whenever a return statement is executed for a activation record, then that activation record will be deleted once if the return statement is executed for that specific activation record. Now this activation record we are deleting, and now again what is the next call? The next call that we are making is insert node of root comma 12. What is the present root? The present root is 100. So we will create a new activation record for this function call, where the function call is will take two parameter. One is the root address, the other one is the x value. So first one is root pointer. Okay, it's okay. First one is root pointer and the second one is variable x. Okay, fine. Now In root, what we are passing, the root address, which is 100 we are passing. So it is going to take 100. And instead of x, what you were passing, instead of x, the new data that is getting passed is actually 12. Yeah, 12 is the next data. So x is, instead of x, data 12 is being passed. After taking this, we will start again. If root equal to null, no, root is definitely not equal to null. I will come to else if part, where else if root of data, what is 100 of data? 89. Sorry, first of all, if x is 12, is it greater than root of data? Root of data is 100 of data, 89. No. 12 is not definitely greater than 89. This condition is false. Come to next else if. X value 12, is it lesser than root of data 89? Yes, true. 12 is definitely less than 89. Condition true. We will enter inside. What is a call? We have made a recursive call. Make sure that here there is root of left available, but we are making a recursive call. For that call, one more activation record will be created on top, and that activation record will take two blocks. It will take two blocks. One block is for storing the address of the root, the other one is for storing the x value. X value is not changing. X value, same value it is sent, which is 12. But instead of root, you are sending root of left. Initially, when there is, see, when the only one node is available, what is the left actually? Left is actually null. So I will just see here. So far we have only the root node. All this node are completely null. Only root node I have inserted. So what will be root of left? Root of left will be null. So here the new activation record root will be equal to null. Now what will happen? I will start from first line, check root equal to null. Yes, the present root is null. So I will create a new node, and the new node address is going to be 200, where I have inserted 12 in it, and that address 200 we will be returning, where we will return to the next activation record. And coming to the next activation record, I think in that activation record, this, because of this line only, this new activation record got created. So this is the recursive call, okay, that made this activation record. So whatever is returned from this activation record will be received by the respective recursive call or respective call which is responsible for returning this data. So that new node address 200 will be returned, and it will come here instead of this, and that 200 will be given to root of left. What is root in the previous activation record? 100. So root of left is 100 of left will be now storing the new node address, which is 200. So now 89 and the left node 12 is both attached with one another. So now these two nodes are inside the game. Now after the return statement is executed for some activation record, what we need to do? We need to delete that particular activation record that we created, okay, for it. So, and also one thing you should remember, is you should make a note of how many, which which line you are getting, which line you are currently executing, so that we can go with the recursive process like line by line. Okay, so now coming here up to this line, okay, up to this we will have a line number actually, so that it will be very easy for us. So it's going to be line number 1, then let us take this as line number 2, let us take this as line number 3, let us take this as line number 4, and let us take this as line number 5. Okay, now this activation record, so far up to 4th line we have executed. Now up to 4th line, still I have not seen any return statement. See, when you make this recursive call, when you enter into a new activation record, for that activation record only you saw a return statement. But for this current activation record, I have not seen any return statement. So still the execution is not stopped. So I will come out of else if, and I will definitely execute this return route. So when from this activation record, you are returning the route which is actually 100. So which is returned actually to the main function. It is returned to again the main function. Okay, so the root is not going to change after once you initialize the root is not going to change. But even though if you write root is equal to insert node, that to this function, see, recursive function is r insert node, right? So change it to r recursive r insert node. So again and again, if you give root is equal to, because what will happen here, we are just see here in the iterative approach we are returning something called as null unwantedly, but here exactly the address of the root node is getting returned to main function every time. That's a specialty here. So what you can do is every time you can take root equal to and you can directly provide here No issues will happen even if you give like this. Okay, no issues will happen when you even give like this. Okay, we will test this. Okay, we will test this later, but let us change this everything into recursive insert node function. Okay, is all a recursive insert node function. Okay, fine. Now coming here again. So now after the return statement, return route is executed, what will happen? When return statement is executed, that corresponding activation record will be deleted from here. Okay, fine. Okay, it's deleted. Now, what's the next recursive call? I think once we do 2 or 3 recursive call, then you will understand it. Okay. So what I will do is I will directly do something. For example, we will consider that up to this, the tree is completely available. 89, left 12, right is 100, and the right of 100 is 93, left of 100 is 93, right of 100 is 120. But the right of 12 is not still 56. So 56, 34, 80 are not so far inserted. So now what we are going to do is we are going to make a recursive call for inserting 56 inside the tree. So for inserting 56 inside this, so we will first of all make a call. For that call, we are creating an activation record inside which we will have two block, one for root, the other one is for X. Where first of all, we will be taking the address of the root node, which is 100, and the data that we are going to insert is going to be 56. Okay, the data that we are going to insert is going to be 56. Fine. Now taking this data 56, first thing that we will do is whether root equal to null. This condition is not true. Then X is 56. Is it greater than root of data 100 of data 89? No. 56 is not greater than 89. So we'll come to the next condition, X less than root of data. X is 56, root of data 89. Definitely 56 is less than 89. The condition is true. I will enter inside. Remember that there is a root of left here. There is a root of left here. So how much? So up to fourth line you have come, and up to fourth line you are executed. Fourth line you have a recursive call. For that recursive call, you will create one more activation record on top of it, inside which we will take two memory blocks. One block is for root, the other block is for X. X is not going to change, the same X it will be coming, but not what we are doing. Instead of root of left. Root of left is 89, that is 100 of left is having node having data 12 but address 200. So we will be taking 200 instead of root, we will be taking 200, the address 200. Okay. Again, by after calling from here, I will again enter into first line. Again, I will check the present root equal to null. No. So I'll come to else if condition. Is it X greater than root of data? X is 56. Present root of data is 12. Is it 56 greater than 12? Yes, of course. So now I will come here to third line. So this activation record, we are coming up to third line. Remember that. So coming to third line, root of right is equal to R insert node of root of right comma X. Okay, so now we need to need to do one more recursive call, for which we will be placing a activation record, and the activation record we will be having two memory block. One is for root, the other one is actually for X value. So the root is going to be root of left, which is 200 of left, which is sorry, it's root of right. Sorry, root of right is 12 of right is going to be null because 56 is not still inserted. So definitely that will be 12 of right will be having null before inserting 56. So root is taking null now, and the data remains 56. Again, which line we came up to here? I think third line we have come, and third line we have created a new activation record. Now coming to this activation record, we will start from the first line, where first line is root equal to null. Yes, root equal to null. Condition is true. So condition is true. I will enter inside execute line number 2, which is return new node. So I will create a new node, and the address of the new node is 400, and the 400 data we are storing 56, and that we are returning. Where we will return? From this topmost activation record to the next activation record we will send. And coming to the next activation record, which line, up to which line it is executed? Third line it is executed. Third line means R insert node. Because of this recursive call only, now you have created a new node, address 400, and you have inserted 56. That address 400 which we received will be now, sorry, which we have received will be now assigned to this root of right, this third line. So now what is root here in this activation record? 200. So what is 200? 200 node of write will be storing the new node address. So automatically 56 will be stored. And after storing 56 here, I will go for the next line. So since this else if is true, no more else if we can check. So we will come out of if else if and we have a return root. So from this activation record, what we are returning? From this activation record, we are returning root. What is root? 200 we are returning. So I will come again back to the next activation record after executing return root, which is returning 200, and it will go exactly to the fourth line where we stopped. That 200 address will be returned. Where fourth line we have root of left. So root of left is equal to what we return from there, 200 address. What is the present root available? Root of left. Present root is 100. What is 100 of left? 100 of left is now have to be stored with 200. Why we are giving this return root now? Suppose if we fail to give return root or fail to give, if you are giving return null, every time after finishing the activation record will be taking this return root and it will be coming back. If you give return null, then all this left node, suppose if you are traveling in this left whichever path that you are traveling, in that path the parent nodes will be automatically assigned with null. Okay, fine. So for that is only root. I think now you could have understood. From this topmost activation record, you sent the address of, you return the address of the newly created node 400. That 400 is inserted in the root of write, which is 12 of write. Then from here, we took the address of 200 and we sent it to the previous activation record where the 100 of left is assigning 200. Suppose if I have written null from here, what could have happened? 100 of left will be assigned with null. So to overcome that, okay, to stop doing that, to stop happening, so see, we have made a link to not affect that linking process only. Finally, what we are doing, we are returning this root. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is how for every insert node function call you take, this is what the process is. This is what the process it will be taking place. So the recursive implementation of insertion also we have completely implemented. And why we did this implementation is that from binary search tree, if you have to move to AVL tree, then for AVL tree, this recursive approach of BST will be helping you a lot. Without this recursive approach, doing AVL tree is not at all a easy one. Everywhere you go, like to book or to anywhere, AVL tree is, I mean, it is implemented with the help of recursive implementation of binary search tree. That's the reason why I did this recursive implementation here. Right? Fine. Thank you, students.